Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Miller, and I'm here to welcome in womanhood with you. I'm here at the center of the great Mother Nature, where I come all the time to heal my soul and to be held to the depth of my being. My Mother Nature, my little piece here, has suffered a lot of difficulties, but yet she just keeps growing back. No matter how many fires come through and how dry she is, she just keeps giving. You should take a chance, or maybe that's not the right word. You should take a moment to really connect with her. She can give you so much. You know, I think it's wonderful and awesome to be a woman. And I'd like to help you to welcome in that womanness inside of you. So let's just gather in our beautiful womanness and bring it into our heart. Breathing into that and relaxing into that. Welcoming ourselves as the wonderful, amazing women we are. Now let's say that you're not a woman and you're watching this. Let's welcome in all the love that we have and gratitude we have for all the women that you have in your lives too. Now this journey as a woman isn't always easy. It's filled with difficulties, and certainly I've known a lot of difficulties. I was born into abuse. Both of my daughters experienced abuse as adults. Our planet has been almost destroyed, and I have spent all of my professional life connecting with women, holding their hands and walking this journey together, because there's nothing like that deep feminine connection. Oh, do I want that for you? So let's remember our goodness of women in our lives. Let's take one more in and welcome in all the goodness of the women in our lives. You know, I gotta tell you about my two grandmothers. They absolutely set me up to have a magnificent life of service. They lived in the Midwest in the Depression, and they could do anything with anything. They both could knit and crochet, and they could take a whole pig's head and turn it into head cheese. Ugh. I haven't had to do that as a woman, but they did. And they laid the pathway for me to have all these resources. So now I can walk into a disaster site with a sea of first responders and PG&E people, all these adrenaline-driven men, and stand there as the only woman on site and say, hey, let's breathe together. Let's calm that system down. So do this with me. Let's say that you are there and you are with somebody who's really uptight and you want to just release some of that adrenaline. Reach up, grab your fist and blow it out and throw it to the ground. And reach up and grab the fist and blow it to the ground. That's called the stress blowout. And I actually had 700 people do that all at once in a fire camp. You see, these resources that my grandmothers gave to me, they taught me that I could do anything under almost any situation. But don't forget our mamas. Oh, I had the most amazing mama. She would come home and listen to my tales. Oh, I would jibber jabber on and complain and tell her everything that was going on. And she would listen. And you know that mama of mine? Sometimes she even wrote down stories I told. She gave me skills to be a woman in action. And then she hugged me too. Oh, give yourself a big mama hug. One hand above the elbow and the other hand under the armpit. Breathe into that mama love. Relax into that mama love. If I can't lay on the ground, I give myself a hug all the time. Sometimes I sit in difficult meetings, hugging myself and honoring myself as a great mom too. Because guess what? I got to be a mom too. And I bet some of you are moms. Oh, I got the most amazing 2 beautiful little girls. I remember holding them and rocking them from side to side, sometimes patting them on the back, and most of the times jiggling them up and down. I can still remember the weight and the feeling of them in my arms as little tiny beings. And now, those 2 girls are the most magnificent women. I've got to watch them grow up into women who fight for the rights of the mental illness, who argue with me about everything and then find a perfect point and make that point and then get everything to change. And I've also got to see those women come in and become mothers themselves. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about the most amazing thing. This is my new role as a woman. I have a new grandbaby. And my daughter is the most amazing mother. She's like Mother Earth herself. Oh, she talks to him. She holds him. She taught me how to jiggle him up and down and tuck his knees so that he calms down so that he can go to sleep. But what she does that's the most amazing thing is she is in relationship with him. She talks to him. She jibber jabbers back and forth. She says cat, cat, and Gima. That's what he calls me, I think. Being a grandmother has lit my heart up and really took my hand into my wise woman role. As some of my friends call it an old hag, but I choose to call it the wise woman. And have I learned so much about life from serving and connecting with the most amazing women. I have been on this journey with you all on this planet to help us to heal from that distress and those terrible words that we have heard about our being. to help you find your way back to loving and enjoying being a woman. So let's just play for just a minute. Let's just think about all the stuff that we think about ourselves as a woman. Oh, that we're not pretty enough and we're not good enough, and just tap on the side of your hand. We're not enough. We deserve to be hurt. I've heard all this. That we're not pretty. We're not smart enough. We shouldn't have a say. We're hysterical. We're just not good. And that causes us a lot of distress, tapping on the side of your eye. And sometimes, tapping on the outside of your eye, sometimes we start to believe that it isn't magnificent to be a woman. That our offering, tapping underneath your eye, isn't a magnificent offering. Underneath the nose, that there's something wrong with us just because we're a woman? You've got to be kidding me. Tapping underneath the nose, tapping underneath the lip. And we start to kind of cower away and not be proud of the fact that we're connected and loving and smart and beautiful from the inside out. We start to believe that there's nothing that good about us, tapping underneath the collarbone. But it ain't true. It ain't true. There's nobody but a woman who can bring life into the planet, who can bring these new beings here underneath the arms. There's nobody that connects and cares and loves like a woman does. Tapping that little finger. And maybe we can even start to change all those thoughts about us as women. We can let go of all those things that have been said to us, that we've been made to believe, that just aren't true. We can celebrate. Tapping on the thumb. And we just tapped through all the finger points, and I didn't say. But now we're tapping on the thumb. Maybe we could celebrate being a woman. Tapping all over your chest. Maybe it's good to be a woman. Let's welcome our womanhood in. Oh, the connection and love. Breathing that love into ourselves. Celebrating our womanhood. Tapping on the side of the hand. Choosing right now with me to celebrate your magnificence as a woman. Celebrating all of the times you have connected. Side of the eyes. Loved. Prepared food underneath the eye. Tapping underneath the nose. All the times you've held babies and nurtured children. All the amazing projects and demonstrations and standing up for the underdog that you have done. All the loving and caring that we've given to the men in our lives. All the magnificence of our inner beauty as it comes into the world. That soft touch and tapping underneath the arms and bringing that great mother and energy medicine, that spleen meridian, right into full play. Loving ourselves, tapping on the little finger, fourth finger tapping, appreciating ourselves, being so grateful that we are women. We get to be in the world as these magnificent beings, welcoming yourself into the world, knowing that you are good and full and beautiful, knowing that you can take on the world even though sometimes it's a really difficult place to be in, knowing that you have so much to offer and it's magnificent, tapping all over your chest to be a woman. I love that saying, she is woman, hear me roar. Now just gather yourself in, breathing in, gather in all that love for yourself. Put one hand on top of the other at the center of the chest. Breathing into that love, that joy. Being so grateful for being a woman. And I am so grateful to all of you. You are the women in my lives, my friends, my confidants, my people that keep me in the game every single day. All the people that say, oh, you can do this. It's going to be fine. I am so grateful for all the women in my life and for my dear, wonderful, lovely planet who holds me to the bottom of my soul. All right. Happy Women's Month. Love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.